Hello everybody and welcome to a very special stream indeed. Hopefully, hopefully it all works. I haven't actually played this yet on the Nintendo Switch, but the Silver Case is released this week. Well, the Silver Case and its sequel, the Silver Case, the 25th Ward, the Silver Case. These are two of Goichi Suda's earlier games. They're both visual novels. I have played them both on previous platforms. So I'm hoping that it works on this one as well, because I absolutely love these games and I'm very excited to share them with you as we play through this stream. Hello Diddy, welcome to the stream. Have you actually played the Silver Case before? I know they're not very waifu heavy visual novels, but they are your genre, right? Have you played either of these? Because if you haven't, you're in for quite a show. These are very, very good games indeed. Okay, good. I'm glad you've played both of them. They are noirish for other people who are tuning in. They are noirish, kind of very dark crime fiction visual novels with a really interesting visual style about them. Of course, they have a lot of Goichi Suda in them. They're not quite as quirky and humorous as Goichi Suda became in his later career, but they definitely have his transgressive elements in there. Anyway, let's put it that way. So this is the front screen that you see when you first load up the app. You do get both games in the one pack, which is nice. They were previously released on PlayStation 3 and probably Vita, I would imagine, and PC probably as well. But this is the first time they have landed on Nintendo Switch. Okay, so let's jump into it. Let's get going with this. We're going to play the Silver Case, the original one, today, not the sequel, not the 25th Ward. And there we go. Right from the start, you get this really lovely visual style. Lovely in the sense that it's distinctive, not that it's particularly pretty what we're looking at, because once again this is a very dark visual novel. And there is our cast. I didn't say ugly, I said that you're not looking at a pretty scene. They are very nicely designed for what they are. It's a bit like, you know, Seiya no Uta. It's not exactly a pretty game, but it is very visually, aesthetically interesting, distinctive, and well worth looking at. Alright, let's just get through this little introduction. The Silver Case, made in Unity, there you go. That's how it was ported, because it is obviously an older game now. I can't remember what it was originally released on way back when. I would imagine just PC. The sequel, the 25th Ward, was originally a mobile phone game in Japan, not for smartphones, but for flip phones. So it was a really kind of primitive platform that it was put on, and for the longest time we thought we were going to lose that one because you couldn't download it from anywhere anymore. But Nipponichi actually saved it and restored it, so it was actually a good thing that Nipponichi did in recovering that game, and we get to replay it now. "25th Ward" was Unity when it was on mobile. There you go. Didn't even know that. Just knew that it was a mobile only thing. Right, so what settings we've got? Probably nothing interesting here. Just the various quality control sound things. Let's just go straight into new game. Who are we? That is a good question. Who are we? We are fate. I'm going to get philosophical tonight. We are fate. Chapter 0, Lunatics. So, here we go. This sets up the scene. You do a lot of reading in this game. um, because it is a visual novel. But yeah, it is. It's one that relies on its reading a lot as well in comparison to later visual novels. To really set the scene, it's very bookish. In accordance with the increasing population, it has been segmentalized into 5 areas. Among the inhabitants, excuse me, among the inhabitants selected by public vote, 80% are poor and 20% are wealthy, creating a rift in the economic strata. That is very that's clawed things back quite a lot in this future that Goichi Suda is presenting, because 20% wealthy today, no, more like 1%, mate. 99% poor. This is a utopia. The most outstanding source of conflict among the classes is caused not by the difference in income, but by the discord between those with easy access to information and those without. This game's obviously not very political at all, of course. There's no politics in this game. The number of crimes has skyrocketed, and related information is propagated using news shows and communication intelligence networks as media. He was in a mood when he wrote this one, was Mr. Suda. It's wrong-siders. A population of 100,000 people. Mayor Hachisuka enters the 5th term in office. Obviously a popular leader. The Metropolitan Police Department's Heinous Crimes Unit is an organization that immediately eradicates transmittable crimes. I do like it. It's got I like the sound. I don't know if you can hear it because I did turn it down a bit because the music from memory can be a little bit jarring, and I didn't want it to mute me out. But yeah, there's a nice kind of typewriter sound. I do like typewriters, and that's the sound that you see as the text kind of fills the screen. Silvercase Head and former regional special agent, also known as the man who arrested Kamui, 24 area 2nd Heinous Crimes Division special agent Tetsugoro Kusabi was on his way home. That's a good title. Age 44. It happened one night in the dead of winter. Oh, there's swears in this game. I forgot about that. I'm going to get demonetized for it now. But as you can see from that little kind of very primitive 3D cutscene there, that's the kind of style that this game has. It's not still images and, you know, full frame pictures of people talking to one another. It uses this very comic book like structure. It uses 3D, it uses animation, it uses text heavy parts, it has this kind of interface in the background. It is a very distinct visual novel, and that's what I like about it. It also has a pretty dense narrative, so it can be easy to get lost in this game if you're not really paying attention. So in hindsight, it was probably the wrong game to do on a stream, but yeah, it can get pretty dense. It's it's very clearly inspired by Raymond Chandler and The Big Sleep and all those various other authors from back in the day, the heyday of crime fiction. And this guy swears a lot. My poor stream's going to get so demonetized. Oh well. Was this road really this long? On nights like this, weird beep happens. That's just the way it is. So, very hard-boiled detective style delivery of the dialogue there, as he monologues himself to himself. Very Humphrey Bogart, Philip Marlowe style. I spent a lot of time studying noir back at university and school. It was a favourite genre of mine, or it still is. It is a favourite genre of mine, so that's another reason that I find this game so compelling. We don't get that many crime fiction, detective, kind of noirish visual novels. When he was talking about the radio, so when he was saying that the radio is full of really bad music, the Japanese script references Enka songs. That's just nasty. I actually like Enka. Maybe I'm the one person that does, but I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I understand why they pulled that out, since most people in the West don't know what Enka is. But yeah, that's pretty neat. A real bad feeling. So, oh, there's somebody just hanging out on the road there. Looks like he's done something bad too. A man with holding a head. That's what it looks like. Oh, man's got a gun. Took a shot. And then he disappeared off the road. There's Hachisuka and Sumiya. There's quite a few characters in this one. A man with a gun just fired shots and fled near the river in E District. Called in the closest units. Where to? Hachisuka, more like Hachisuki, because all fans of the game love her. Is that the case, Diddy? And by all fans, do you mean yourself? Or is there like a community of Silvercase fans out there that I'm just not aware of? I mean, I know that this game has, in all seriousness, I do know that this game has its fans. It is a well-regarded visual novel, but I don't imagine that they're out there talking about the game too much these days. I dodged the slug, watched it whiz by right by. Classic noir delivery right there. Covert op guys are taking over. So this game also, I think part of the reason it is quite complex for us Westerners is that it does talk a lot about the kind of bureaucracy of Japanese crime detectives and the way that, you know, everything's structured over there. It's just it is a pretty significant, I guess, takedown of bureaucracy as a concept from a very Japanese perspective, and a lot of that stuff doesn't really translate over. So I do think that parts of this will be lost on Western audiences. But that's okay. That's what these games are here for. That's what art is here for in a general sense. It's an educational resource, a chance to experience other ideas and thoughts. And a lot of swears. There's a lot of swears. Nice 3D swirl of the gun there. I like it. You can see where Goichi Suda got his post-Silver Case style from. It is a very slick production, this game. Even though it is primitive in a lot of ways, it is very, very slick. Very smooth. But not a chance to find out what Inca is. Yeah, we should introduce the world to Inca, Didi. I do like Inca. We should do it. We should develop a Inca rhythm game. That'd do it. Okay, so after that introduction, our hero here is off chasing the guy that took a shot at him. Fair enough. The first mayor of 24 wards, Hachisuka, launched the government's anti-conflict reforms. I should have mentioned this at the start of the stream, actually. One of the reasons that this game can come across as a little bit confusing, if not befuddling, if not outright obscure, is it is quite non-linear about how it tells its story. It does jump around the place quite a lot. It does change perspective quite a bit, and those jumps are not always as clean as you might expect. So piecing the narrative together is part of the experience. It's nothing that if you've read enough kind of detective noir novels of your time, then it's nothing you'll struggle with. But by game standards, it's probably a little bit challenging at times, I guess. Okay, let's read that. With the Department of Communications and Department of Finance structured around the former TRO, and the Department of Environment and the Department of Investment structured around the former CCO, he fostered the sweeping organisational reforms to success. That's Goichi Suda having a bit of a laugh at bureaucracy again, just going all in with the terms and the various departments. He's still going. But with the Department of Security, with the Central Police's Department's Heinous Crimes Division, former TRO faction, and the Public Security Department's Secret Security Division, former CCO faction, was comprised of two separate factions. The Public Safety Department, to compete with the Heinous Crimes Division, established the Republic Special Forces Unit to handle secret security cases. Heinous crimes such as not playing Silver Case. Totally agree with you, Diddy. That is the worst crime of them all. And it's transferable too. Silver Case head and former Regional Investigation Unit investigator Diego's not exactly a Japanese name. Daigo Natsumi was offered the position of commander. Natsumi then scouted Sakamoto, Inomata, and Fate. That's Fate. Fate being me. Fate for the unit. We Fate. For the Republic's first campaign, they ironically run into the Heinous Crimes Division. As Natsumi and Kusabi's fates intertwine, the dark clouds of the Silver Case loom, with fate, that being us, right in the middle of things. Calling ourselves Fate was a good idea. That was a good naming job. Goichi Suda would have approved. A long night ahead. A long night lies ahead for Daigo Natsume. Okay, so we're in a bus. That is Cauliflower. That is the tower we're going to. So we're on a job, and there's a detective on the way. We need to avoid that detective, etc., etc. Chief, what about contact in the range of level W or higher? Disposal will be a problem. Keep it at level Y or below. See, all these levels? That's again Goichi Suda's sense of humour. It does come through. It looks like a very dark and gruesome visual novel, and it is noir, so it is in a lot of ways very much dark and gruesome, but it definitely has a very dry sense of humour. Armament of level X or below has been approved. What you carry is up to you. After entering Cauliflower in E3, E3 being the ward, lead the target to the Cauliflower roof and then proceed with disposal. And we can dispose whatever we're disposing however we like. Good stuff. He who masters his own mind smiles in the end. Good saying. Shall remember that one. Remember fate. They're talking to us there. Thinking about it now, being young, I should have been full of hope, but no, he was always a cynic. Always the cynic. But it doesn't matter then. Young, old, whatever. I got handed a piece and jumped in like a maniac. Just popping caps all over the place. I missed every shot. There you go. There's some noir and then a bit of subversion at the end with I missed every shot. A little bit of humour right at the end. Playing with the genre a bit. The tough talk was all for nothing. It was all part of a pun. Same for you too, right? Fate. Fate being us again. Picked up by the chief as a moment of fate. So, we're almost at our location now. Cauliflower's coming up. Here we go. Cauliflower. And now we're back over with the detective this time. So a change in perspective. And then change back again. We're just about there. It's a pretty intimidating building, isn't it? We'll decide formation after entry. I'll get instructions from HQ over the radio. There is something interesting about this game which we're coming up to soon as a kind of visual novel thing. Countdown to 0. Start the countdown in normal time. Don't forget. This is not an exercise. This is not a drill. This is live action. So that little conversation there was just classic noir kind of dialogue between two hardboiled detective types, and it just sets a scene. That's what I really like about this game more than anything else. The scene, the atmosphere that it sets is just impeccable. And that's why it's a kind of timeless game. I don't remember the exact year that this was originally released, but it is timeless, and that is because it just tells such a great story in such a way that it evokes mood. It evokes mood. Sakamoto going first, and then Mata and Fate. Fate being us again. Got it. That's enough nostalgia for now. There you go. Conversation done. Now we get into the action. Action as it is. Okay, so this is a thing I was looking forward to sharing. It's something a little bit unique for the visual novel genre. We'll get there in a second. More swears. It's just not enough. It's not enough punk if there's not swears in there. Goichi Suda does like to do that. He likes ruining everybody's YouTube channel. There's a plate up ahead of me. Check it out. And then they just segue naturally into conversation about controls, because they've got to tutorialize now. There is actually gameplay in this game as such. We'll see in a second. Right. So now we actually do have controls here, you see. We've got this little spinny thing down here. And that's where all our commands come from. Now we want to move. And look at that. We're moving around in full 3D. Kind of a dungeon crawler style perspective. It is not a dungeon crawler, but it does use first person sections for the gameplay bits. It's kind of puzzle-like, really. So M means movement. Funny that. C is contact. Use it to touch stuff. I wonder what we can touch. Let's go looking for things to touch. When you see the sun symbol in front of you, use C. That means you can touch it. I is implement. That's how you use tools. I'll let you work out where to use your tool. Thanks for that, buddy. And then S is for system. That's where you save and stuff. So we'll just save menu. There we go. See? Easy as that. And now we've got this little wheelie thing here again. We'll go back into move. Yeah, the actual gameplay in this is pretty awful. Well, it is pretty primitive, yeah. But I do appreciate what they've done with it. I don't know, it breaks up the dialogue and stuff. Gives you something different to do. Keeps you engaged. Helps set the scene a little bit. So I appreciate the idea. Alright, so we're moving on. Nope. There should be a plate. Oh, we can touch something here. Let's touch it. Touch it good. So we can contact this. And we can actually touch Inomato and Sakamoto. Or the plate. We're going to touch the plate. I admit that I'm not engaged by reading on stream. I don't mind reading. I like it plenty. No, I like the fact that this has the variety in there. Just helps to connect people to it more, you know. Sometimes it does need the variety, just to spice things up and to help to set the scene, to make you actively engage with the world. So I'm quite happy with it. So this plate isn't for decoding. Maybe it's for real estate authentication. Why not? Yeah, hit the lights on. It'd be nice to actually see what we're looking at. There we go. There should be a control panel nearby. I need to find it. Fine. Let's do that. So Inomato is just barging on ahead. During movement, you can press the R button to look up, okay? And then the ZR button to look down. So we need to look up and down, I would imagine. So we'll move to movement again. That's how you look up. That's how you look down. Up, down, up, down, down, up. Nope. So we need to find some kind of platformy something. Alright. So we need to look down and then hit the X button. Ooh. It highlights something we can touch. I see. How about it, Fate? You understand? Okay. So we've got to get this door open, basically. And I actually can't remember this bloody puzzle now. It's been ages since I've played this game, so I can't remember the goddamn puzzles. Yes, 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 I know. Look up, look down. Down, look up. Nope. Down. Ay, ay, ay. Why do I always do this? I don't know. There was that. There was that puzzle. I imagine we just press buttons until something happens. So let's just give it a go, shall we? Let's press things. You can go quite a long way here. All the letters of the alphabet. And we need to work out what the puzzle is first, before we even try that. I wish I could remember what I need to do here. Damn it. Don't suppose you remember, Diddy? I just want to make progress and I just don't remember what the code is. Give me the code, somebody. Give me the code. Give me the code. I imagine it's this. It's got to be this. There's only one other thing I can look at, so it's got to be this. Be nice if I could actually read that. It's too... Yeah, thanks a lot, Diddy. Thanks for being so helpful, pal. I appreciate it. Appreciate it a whole lot. So if we do this, see, you can type in a lot of different characters here. You can type in a whole lot, and that's going to get very... And that's not right. Dearie, dearie. No, I don't want the plate. The plate's not going to keep helping. Let's chat to our pal. Maybe he has something to say. Fate, you know what the sun symbol means? That, yeah, I do know what the sun symbol means. There's nothing on the triangle symbol. There's something on the sun symbol. Yes. No. Yes. So you do have to look around till you find the right thing that you're needing. And I seriously don't remember this. Driving me nuts already. Let's just start singing. I wish I could read that. That's the problem. I can't read the plate. What's it saying? Gimme. Gimme, gimme. Yeah, see, that's all fuzzed up. I can't read that. So, I'm guessing that's not the clue. What do you got to say, Sakamoto? He's probably just going to say the same thing. Yep. Ay, ay, ay. We need to find this key. I wonder if I can... I've only got a gun so far. That's the only implement I've got. Or maybe I can shoot the So the sun means there's something here, you see. There's definitely something here. Oh, there we go. Comic beam. Oh! I don't know if that's going to help, but that's certainly a nice thing to find. I'll read that comic. I got a comic beam. I'll read that. I'm not sure that's what I actually needed to find, though. Now there's nothing there anymore. So that was all just about the comic beam. I wonder if we do need to read it. Maybe that's the question. Why can I not read this? Oi! Let me read. Let's see if that implement actually does anything. Comic beam. The bikini model is Bayan Sayaka. Okay. Thanks for that. Okay, let's try to figure out what we need to do to actually read this plate. What does that say? Screw it. I'm going to just Google up a solution because I'm on a stream and I need to get moving. Alright, so what do we need to do? Just give me there. Then proceed through the second. Well, I can't proceed through the second floor door yet, can I? So the guide's telling me on the first floor of Cauliflower Building, inspect the plate and control panel, looking down to check the latter. Next, look down again and inspect the comic beam opposite second floor door to get the magazine. Then proceed through the second floor door. Maybe I don't need to do any of this. Maybe I can just move on. Let's find out. Who knows? Maybe they're just going to let me through. They do! Well, that was stupid. I could have just moved on. So we're now onto the second floor of Cauliflower. Sakamoto. Oh, so Inamoto has disappeared off. Because remember, Inamoto charged off ahead of us and just ignored us, and now he's got himself into trouble. So now we need to solve some more puzzles. There's an absorber somewhere, I guess. There's a door lock past here. The code input is complicated, but don't worry. We've already got the info required to unlock the door. A text string, it needs to be decrypted. But unfortunately we don't have the password yet. First, find the password. So we need to check the door to the left. Fine. Let's do that then. It's locked. Sure. Why not? So here we go. We've got a password we need to figure out. Again. Or we just figured it out there. I don't know. I think we hit clue or something and it just figured it out for us. So anyway, we're into this room now. portable control panel. Nice. It doesn't look like there's anything else here, so... Perhaps that portable control panel was all we were after. Let's go back outside. Yeah, okay. Go through this way. We did it. I don't know what we did, but we did it. So we got another locked door. I don't know, whatever this was last time it worked, so let's do that again. And we're into this room now. Okay, what do we got? Oh, it's a dead body. That's scary. Let's have a look at her, shall we? So there's a survivor. I don't know if that's a survivor. No, she is a survivor. There you go. Not actually a dead body at all. That's lucky. Keep her warm and she should be fine. Okay, I can do that. I don't know if she's really that live, personally. Until she comes down, don't let her move. Yeah, why not? Okay. So all of that. And now we can head up to the next room. There we go. Moving on to floor 3. What do we got? Some kind of control panel and a door. Oh. Somebody got shot. You okay? Oh, it's in a matter. That's what you get for charging off a head, buddy. I'm injured, you know, so give me sympathy. Well, that, yeah, exactly. Gotta say, I'm on old dude's side here. He acted on his own and he's got no sympathy for the impetuous Inomata. He deserved all he gets. Now get out there. It's more like he's enjoying the risk of death. That's dramatic. He's laughing. Why not? About the fact he's about to get killed. Sure. As you do. Laughing more cynically. I do like the writing. Goichi Suda has his way with words, that's for sure. It's up to us. Fine, let's go through here. Oh, no, that door is locked. So I guess we need to use the control panel here. Another puzzle. But But luckily we have this handy dandy hint thing. And now we can go through this door. Having choice words with one another. I thought I already filled this in. Do I have to do it again? Fine. And enter. Okay, it worked. Now. Perhaps not. Okay, so we don't need to go that way, we need to go this way. Or possibly we need to solve some more puzzles. Oh, we just go through there. That door locked that. Okay, fine. There we go, we've got a victim finally. It's locked, okay, yeah. Another puzzle? Yeah, another puzzle. They're not really puzzles. I don't know what I'm doing by tapping that in. I think that's part of the gameplay. I don't think you're actually meant to solve puzzles here. But who knows? Maybe I'm using a limited number of hints that I get. Maybe I'm using them all for this section of the game. I have no idea. It's not exactly the most clear about how to play it. But that's again not the point. It's a visual novel, not an adventure game. Inomata, do you read me? Can't find Inomata or the woman. They've both disappeared. Oh, it's all getting very spooky right now. Okay, so we should be able to now complete the puzzle ourselves. No. Okay, the password has changed. Rightio. Excellent. Got it right. Well, we crossed through another door. Something's happening. Don't rush ahead. Whoops, too late. Can't see anything now. Ah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a navigation point. We're at the cauliflower roof now. Now we get to go outside and see the city all for ourselves. Isn't it lovely? It's getting dark. The moon's getting covered by cloud. This is Natsume. Fate. I've got you locked. Haven't found a target, etc., etc. Might be hiding in a blind spot. No worries. We move with caution. See, very pretty city here. Oh, we got a magazine or something. What do we got? Comic Beam. Another Comic Beam. Not as attractive this time. Move cautiously. Going through this door, we're going to find something. What do we find? Nothing just yet. Don't do anything stupid. No, we'll try not to. If you could read that, that's helped me many, many times over. Alright, so we're getting to the crux of things now. Nothing really here, so nothing really to do but go backwards. And continue our little walk. I like how in the time that he's taking to give us these commands, we're actually going to be hesitating a lot. It's not like we're just going to react and then wait for him and listen. Anyway, he's a little bit nuts, this guy. Real gamer, real gamer. I don't know if you caught that in the last little bit of text that was split up, but it was real game or something. So anyway, we shot him. So basically everything went wrong is the point, and now they're squabbling over what's happening next and how things go from here. It's all messy. Very, very messy. is a little bit extreme, is Kusabi. Just a little bit. Annihilation of the self. Annihilation of the self. That's what we do. That's a good saying. And you killed the work. Oops, I missed that actually thing. Anyway, you still whatever he's doing. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Goichi Suda likes to use the technique of the shining. It seems to show somebody who's not entirely hinged. Alright, so after all of that drama, this seems to be a pretty good place to stop. The woman there shoots and we move on with the plot from there. I'll pause the game here. That's enough of this stream to give you a sense of what this game's about. As you can see, it's pretty dark, but it does have the Goichi Suda sense of humour about it. It is noirish. The gameplay stuff is not brilliant, but it works once you get the hang of it. Once you figure out that it's not actually telling you enough information, you can figure out from there. But anyway, this game really is a classic and deserves respect on that basis. I will have a review of both of these titles up on digitallydownloaded.net soon enough. I've already got reviews of both of them, but I'll have a review of this Switch version. Other than that, have a great week. I've got some good stuff coming towards the end of the week, and then we will have another stream on Friday night. In the meantime, have a good week, and we'll see you next time.